Hey all, here's yet another video on the Samsung Ecobubble washer. This time all the wash cycles. And again, I'm reading from the manual to save you having to do it because I've read it and I'm going to forget these, but here it goes. Let's have a look. So if I turn it on and let me turn it over to cotton, right, you'll instantly see the time. It's a 40-degree cycle with 3 soaks, spin speed of 1400, and those icons at the top reflect that. But in the manual, what it says is the cotton, you can actually go to the maximum load of your washing machine. So in my case, I've got the 9 kilo. So I can actually put up to 9 kilograms. However, if I turn it over to the e-cotton, now that's a little bit confusing in the manual because it says for energy saving, the temperature may be lower than specified. I'm not really sure why it would be lower than what it says there. But if you go up, see they both say 40, but this adds on quite a lot of time. It's got one less soak, or rinse, sorry. But yeah, that apparently is going to be lower than 40. I'm not sure why it doesn't just say it on there. And you can use this then for bed linens, table linens, underwear, towels, or shirts is what it says in the manual. Okay, we go over to synthetics. Now, synthetics is the first one where it's got a lower weight limit. You can only use or put in up to 4 kilograms. And I think that doesn't matter, you know, the weight of your drum. If you've got a lower weight, it still says 4 kilogram max from what I can see. And then they suggest things like blouses or shirts that are made of polyester, Diolen, Trevira, polyamide, so nylon, etc., or the like. Okay, I don't even know what all of those are, but we're getting there. Next up is the wool cycle. Now this one's really interesting. You see the short cycle time, but it's actually for a maximum of 2 kilogram load of wool. So it does say it's gentle cradling and soaking to protect the wool fibers from shrinkage and distortion. And a neutral detergent is recommended. So I suppose if you are using this and perhaps you've shrunk your wool, maybe it's because of the weight. I mean, I thought that would be the drying, but 2 kilogram. Why it doesn't just say 2 kilograms max on the machine, I don't know. But this was news to me when reading through the manual. Okay, denim. Okay, so the denim cycle also has a max weight limit of 3 kilograms. And it says that it's got a higher water level in the main wash and an extra rinse cycle to ensure that no powder detergent remains. So that tells you about denim. Make sure you're weighing these with like a travel luggage scale. I'll show you in another video on that. But up to 3 kilograms. Again, it seems quite strange that they don't say it, but 3 kilograms for denim, 2 kilograms for wool. So next up, the rinse and spin cycle. What it says is this is for an additional rinse process after applying fabric softener to the laundry. So you can do this, I suppose, after your wash is finished, and then you put in fabric softener just on its own. Again, I don't know exactly when you're going to want to use that, but that's what it says in the manual. Okay, next up is Eco Drum Clean. Now you can see this one has got a 70-degree temperature, so that is possible, but it's not for clothes, right? So this is going to flash an icon to tell you to do this. You'll see a little red icon somewhere in here with like an icon of a drum, and it'll come up every time at the end of your washes after 40 washes if you haven't performed this. So every 40 washes minimum, otherwise it's just going to be annoying. And the key points here, do not put any product in. No detergent or bleach according to the manual, and do not put any clothes in or anything. Okay, just leave it as is, run it like that, and that is part of your maintenance cycle. I'll do another longer video on all the steps we can do, but the Eco Drum Clean is one. Okay, I'm just going to keep turning, right? Not necessarily following the order of the manual, but the baby care setting, you can see you've got a nice 60 degrees, obviously for that high intensity cleaning. But again, a maximum on the baby care 4 kilogram load as per the manual. You can see the number 4 reflects the number 4 rinses in this cycle. So baby care is a good option there for high intensity. Okay, over to bedding. Now there's a couple of tips. Obviously it's just bed. We know what bedding is, but it says try for best results, use only one type of bedding and make sure the load is less than 2 kilograms. So I know I've put in well over 2 kilograms on this before, and that you start to see your drum going crazy if you've left even one button and done whatever. So that is really probably going to keep your machine going longer if you only do maximum or 2 kilogram and under loads on the bedding cycle. So just remember that. Okay, next up, the dark garment. Now this has simply got additional rinses and reduced spinning to ensure that the laundry is washed gently and rinsed thoroughly. Another crucial one, dark garment, maximum 4 kg or 4 kilogram load. I'm going to be tempted, to put an annotation on here just to write the weights, because I am never going to remember this, and most people are going to be misusing this for sure. So tip to Samsung would just be write them on, right? Doesn't take much. But yeah, that will do that. Next up, your delicates, and this is a maximum 2 kilogram load as well. As per the manual, you could use this for hand wash only fabrics, and they mention things like bras, lingerie, silk, anything like that that you would otherwise be indicated to wash by hand, you could do on this. Now I'm not saying put your most expensive, most delicate items in, but at least there is the option to try if you're feeling brave or if you're sure it's going to work for you. Now curiously, daily wash isn't in the manual I've got here, right? Because I inherited the machine and I've been looking at the manual online, and well, we can see the daily wash 40 degrees, 2 soaks, and otherwise got a high spin speed. I suspect that would be a max weight cycle, but just keeps the, and yeah, just do for your everyday jumbled items. Okay, next up is the daily wash. Now this is another weight restricted one. I mean, it says everyday items obviously, but it's got a 4 kilogram weight limit. So again, don't go above that. I had to search around. It wasn't in the manual for my machine, strangely. Had to search around across various manuals and web pages to get that exact confirmation. Next up, the 15-minute quick wash. Definitely a weight limit on this one. And this is another 2 kilogram limit wash. And it does say to use a maximum of 20 grams of powdered detergent or 20 milliliters of liquid detergent. So keep it light on the detergent and go with the light load. So less than 2 Ks, maximum of 20 grams of detergent or 20 mil of liquid detergent. So another one. It's not really that quick, is it? So another one that's got a weight limit that's not very clear. Last but not least, the Super Eco Wash, and this one has got a weight limit of 4 kilograms as per the manual. It's the lowest temperature. Again, why not just write the temperature? I think that's 15 degrees Celsius. It doesn't actually say, it just says a lower than normal. And if you toggle through on other cycles, it'll say 20 above that. I've read online that it is 15, but it's actually not in the manual for every machine, which is really frustrating. That icon just doesn't appear. But there you go. I've also got a full video on all the icons here, and you can then start to customize your cycles as well as you need. So check out that video next, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Happy washing.